Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another session of Supermind Live and Mastery Academy Facebook Lives and YouTube Live too. So if you are in our Facebook or YouTube, kindly comment so that we know that you can hear my audio and see my picture. Okay, so how is everyone? So it's very fast. I think we have another weeks. I think last week until now. So it's another section. So today we have another title about how to elevate your life using giant thinking system. So I think this is a very interesting topic. So today we have Dr. Peter Yi to share with us. Before that, kindly help me to like, share, and comment for this video so that we have more friends can join us, so that Facebook can notify them. So and then we have more people to join us, and we have more interesting discussion for tonight. So let me invite Dr. Peter Yi to share with us. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Leslie.
Yes. So how are
Yes,
you
look at my hair.
today?
Long hair already.
Oh, now
Next
can
your
go out and
hairstyle.
cut already. Phase one can go out to cut already.
Yeah. I think I'm going to cut soon.
Uh,
Okay.
so okay. So today our title: How to change and elevate your quality of life using giant thinking system. Ah, so the very
Yes.
lengthy title for today. So how to
Yes.
change and elaborate your quality of life using giant thinking system. I think we have two words. I think change, not only change, and how to
Elevate.
elaborate. You're
Elevate
correct.
means go higher level.
Okay, so maybe Peter, you want to feel what you feel like saying first before we go into today's topic.
Mm. What I feel like saying is this topic, I'm very excited about this topic. I'm going to share from the giant thinking perspective how a person without knowing stuck into the education, financial, and also the social cultural system until they work very hard and yet they feel suffer. They make a lot of money and lost a lot of money in the process and do not know why. And they're doing something that they don't like to do, but no choice because of the commitments. So tonight we are going to discuss how to change and elevate the quality of life. Many people go for standard living, but without knowing the purpose behind is to for the quality of life. Okay, that's what I feel like saying, Leslie.
Yes. I think when you are talking about that, so I'm
Mm.
thinking, how can we control our politics kind of things? Because I think in Malaysia we are having a big crisis. Okay, so for the whole week, okay, I think because I think this also affect our quality of life, okay, and then our quality of our future. So I think how can I think maybe I think since now is a hot topic on that, maybe I think what can we do, okay, Peter, what can we do so that we can really, because I think a lot of things is not in our control. So I think personally, yes, we can do something, but now at this thing on our government now is haywire. So we have been seeing the drama for the past 1 week. So everything, I think the condition of our COVID case, and then the condition of our economy, and then the stock market all go haywire. So I think any things you can say about this before, I think because I think it's also this is a more macro, but I think it's also affecting our quality of life, and then also our future. Since I think we are in this timing. So what is your thought on this?
Okay, the economy like stock market up and down, we have no control. The political uncertainty and also changes in leadership, we also have no control. We have only votes
Mm.
during election. That is the only thing we can do. So Both thing, the COVID health issue, we have no control. So many things we don't control. So for things that we have no control, you don't waste too much time. After all, we are not responsible for it. We are only responsible for ourselves. Economy change is a good crisis. There's opportunity behind. Political change, it affect economy too. So watch out the political stocks.
I think a more extreme case now, because I think beside Malaysia, now I think we have another country also having a big change lah. So it is Afghanistan. So I think the Taliban have taken over the government. So I think uh, at their case, I think they don't have much choice, because I think the effect them I think will be quite big lah compared to us, because I think the our policy here is still, we still can do our business, we still can I think as long the COVID is under control. So but now I think at this kind of stage lah, let's say we are put into those kind of extreme cases. So how can we use our giant thinking system to what I think? So some of them I think with the higher giant thinking system and some money, so they can fly away lah. So those normal people inside there, because I think that one their policy are very extreme, so it's a bit hard to control because it's also affect you lah. So by Malaysia, I think we don't we affect, but I think it's not that extreme lah. But I think we still have our freedom to do certain things. We can use internet to go online, and we still can do Facebook nowadays. I think those ladies cannot, those working ladies now cannot do Zoom already, cannot do Facebook Live, and then go cannot show face or those kind of things. So it's a big extreme compared to Malaysia condition. So at this kind of situation, okay, any advice, and then how can we use those kind of things to help us?
Okay, for the Afghanistan, the Taliban take over. In terms of military might, US has the army power about 350 over thousand, if I'm not mistaken, is still there. So Taliban only 75,000. So I think this situation is temporary. So it's quite unfortunate if you're living in a country like that. It's a very, very third world country. In fact, it's beyond third world, maybe fourth world, fifth world already. They are still adopting a very ancient way of managing a country. Now we are already in 20th century already. They are way behind. So if those are living in that country unable to get out, so it's quite unfortunate lah. They have to learn to adapt and survive. And then change, it will take time. So maybe the best thing is human beings are mobile. So they find ways to move out from the country eventually. If they want to change, elevate their quality of life. Country or the place to stay, you can move. So they also can move, but have to figure out how. Using giant thinking system means that they have to figure out a very creative way to adapt, eventually live somewhere that of their choice, eventually. Okay, shall we go into our topic?
Yes, sure. I think that one, because since it's, I think is a current topic, so I think, and then it's also about how to elevate.
We are not Afghanistan, we in Malaysia, so we have more problem. We also have our own problem, and most of the problem we have no control. Political changes now, COVID is increasing to 22,000, and then the COVID is related to health issue, and the stock market is like up and down. People think it's crisis opportunity. Those who enter wait to warm it out next few days, because Malaysia system is T+2. We buy a few days ago for contra player. So contra player means that they don't have cash to pick up. So for those who don't understand the market, They are very unfortunate. They will shake it out, eventually come back again. Okay. Now, today is 97 episode. Means that we already 97 weeks still alive.
Wow, yes, yes.
Yeah, we
Way
are touched
to
100. After that, we might do some changes. Okay.
mm,
Today is about how to change, elevate quality of life. There is a difference between standard of living and quality of life. Standard means based on materialism, means that the cost of living, the standard, more higher standard relatively to other people. Standard is higher means the cost of living is higher. Normally having more cars, more house, things like that, have more commitment too. So that is one. Quality of life, yep, there is a materialism there, but according to the person's affordability. Uh, so there's different there. Then now, come to education system. Giant thinking system, education system. Education system, everybody go to throw in the school, Form 3, Form 5, university, Form 6, there is and university. Either go science stream, art stream, maybe commerce, according to their performance, how good they do. That's it. Study some subject and come out and work. And how many of you happy with while you're working? For example, a medical doctor, okay, study slog for 6 years, 5, 6 years and come out and one whole day in a clinic from morning until night. How many of you like that kind of lifestyle? If ask me to do, I'm sorry. It's not for me. Luckily, I'm not, even though I'm qualified to study medicine, but luckily I didn't choose the faculty. So the thing is, giant thinking system is to know what is our nature, what our born with natural talent and ability. Study according to it. Education system, don't take that into consideration. For example, a person is the ability like a monkey, very good in swing from one tree to another, living among trees, and go to a fish school, learn how to swim. And then after that, they know the theory of swimming. There are 100 different ways of swimming, like that, like that, like that. So they come out, they can talk about swimming. But ask them to climb the tree, very hard, struggling. So many people out there, they learn due to education system, they learn something that not them, not who they are. So they struggle. There is first struggle. Quality of life is not there. They go to work due to capitalist system. Economic system is another system tied them down. When they come out working, they create some comparison and so on. If your friend have a good car, you also want to have a good car. Start installment payment and buy a first house, installment payment, and then first child, second child. Don't like the job, but the income is good. So go and work and pay for the commitment. So that's how they stuck into the financial system. They're not happy with the job, but no choice. Some of them stuck one whole life, not happy one whole life. So how to change and elevate? If you are not happy in your job, you know that's what you are cut for. You have a different talent. You want to do something else. Plan forward to reduce the liability to a minimum, and then make a switch to something that you enjoy doing. It's a difficult move, easy to say, but in your lifetime, if you can, just do it. It will change your quality of life. Okay, that's one thing. Understand the system, education system, the capitalist system actually is very good. It creates scarcity and competitive, so much so that the country will prosper. Everybody work hard. But that system also come along with setback, meaning that people in this kind of system, if they do not know how to manage themselves, they might get into mental stress. Prolonged mental stress will lead to depression, anxiety, a lot of mental sickness, unhappiness. So if you realize it, if you're not doing the right thing according to your natural ability, plan forward and make a change before the 100 years, if you can live up to that. At least yes, some quality. So that's one way. Okay, another way, the system also affect the family. So much time into the work until the children and so on was enough. I was one of them. I go through the whole system. That's why I understand. So it caused a lot of family disharmony, maybe some divorce. So things like that. Okay, before that, any question?
No question, Peter. As usual,
Okay.
no question.
So giant thinking system is inside out thinking system. From there, some people say listen to your heart, actually is inside out thinking system. From there, you know what you want to do intuitively. So the intuition here, if you know what you like to do from inside out, then take action on it. Start doing something towards that direction, because your inner voice already told you that is the direction you need to move. This is the kind of job you need to do. By doing that, automatically you change and eventually elevate your quality of life. If you enjoy something you do, if you know how to package it such a way that it can also monetize sufficient income for yourself and your family, so why not? Only very great things done by people out there are the people doing things they want to do. Of course, during initial stage, due to the wrong training and so on, you may not like it, but you can plan forward to change over a period of time, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Question, Peter. My question,
Yes.
since no one asking question. So I think because a lot of people, I think they chasing for material things. So I think everyone looking for a bigger house, bigger car, more better. I think financial freedom or passive income, or so that I think they have a financial free, then they can go anything, can buy anything at any time. So I think everyone have a dream and then a target. So that I think without this, I think is people uh, won't go
Okay.
and fight for it. Okay, also don't work hard for it. So how because and then just now I think you mentioned that hey, but this have setback. How and then also I think follow your heart. But sometimes when your heart asks me to do, but this one cannot cari makan at the moment. So, but I think already having a lot of commitment now, or even I think I'm looking forward my family, my society. I think the having a big car, big house is I think grammar is also to prove that I'm capable, or I'm also very good in this society. So because I know how to play the game for the society, and then this is also a sign of success. Because people see, hey,
Mm.
wow, you drive a big car, you stay in a big house at a premium address in KL, not in Semuanya or something like that. So even I think it's a different. So I think how is this different? Again, because I think at a level and everyone want to, I want to be successful. I want to have big car, have big kind of things. But I think at the moment, because if a lot of people haven't achieved that yet, so is it easy for you to say lah because you already achieved that now? I think you want to let it go. So is you another level lah. So how can people balance within this?
Uh, well, you see, many people have to go through a period of time. The change is not 1 day, 2 days, a period of time, maybe 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years before they can do something they really like and monetize on it too. So outside in thinking system is compare. Neighbor have big house, must have a big house. Big car as well. It's automatic. That's outside in thinking. Well, with outside in thinking, if you're not careful, you might get financially overcommitted that you need to pay. And then to finance that installment, you have to do something that you don't like to do. Sometimes maybe ethically you may not want to go that way, but it's no choice. That's why the corruption happened in our country or that. All these people based on outside in. You see, the setback from outside in sometimes can be very great. Not only you don't enjoy the process, you're not happy with the process, sometimes it may lead to mental sickness beside not happy, but also may lead to mental anxiety, stress, and so on. And moreover, it can also lead to psychosomatic diseases, something like, you see, more than 70% of the physical sickness is due to the mental, like cancer, like heart attack, especially cancer, the growth in the body due to persistent stress, the body not balanced, so the hormonal system out, the body tends to create some sickness, especially the cancer, 70%. So you make a lot of money, yes, a lot of things, but the quality of life may not be there when you have cancer, like breast cancer, lung cancer, there's so many. Food and so on, environment, all that contribute 30%. The stress, emotional stress, 70%. Most people do not know about it. So your question is, Leslie, is a very good question. Most people struggling. I was one of them. I struggle about this too. My friend, all this, they have a big car, big house. They're not that clever. You see, I got 5 degree, so very frustrated now. Because I wasted a lot of time in university. They don't. They go to the social university straight away doing business. So they start early, start making early. They do the right business. That's why financially they're well off. But they're not happy. I know most of them, they're not happy. Some get into sickness. The husband is not sick, but because of his stress and so on, go to the wife. The wife got sickness. The wife got cancer, things like that. The stress in family not only affect the person, it can affect the family too, the children, the wife, or the spouse. So overall, I see them, what is the purpose of money? You have to understand. Is it, can you bring to the net life? For what? For inheritance? Or what? Chinese mainly for inheritance. But I think that deprive of the children joy of making money by themselves. Why not teach them how to make money rather than giving them the money? So, of course, if you cannot take away with you, they will automatically become inheritance. Maybe that natural way is better. So strike a balance between things you want to do, maintain a good family, maintain a good health, the quality of life. People have big car, well, that is their business. If you can have it and financially well managed, why not? You also can have a big bungalow. You also have a big car. Why not? But if you're not able, don't use outside in too much. Don't compare too much. Use your own inside out thinking system. What you really want. What kind of quality of life you want to live. And live according to your way. Because all of us are unique in our own way. So overall, quality of life will be better. We have a lot of things, yes, but is it worth it? I was trained in US now. There we only have one thing, millionaire. and create big things like helicopters. I've been to helicopter factories, aeroplane factories, to the farm market there. We studied the environment there. It was conditioned to be like that, you know. But come to Malaysia, here's another kind of situation. Do not have that kind of supportive system to encourage people who go for that. They all go for money. All business, as well as Chinese community. Business make money. That's it. Uh, so how to change, elevate quality of life, giant thinking system, I still go to the basics. Don't listen to outside in too much. Because outside in is a conditioned mind. University, school, and so on is condition you to do a specific job. Your family, your norm social, and so on, it condition you to be more physically, even though you cannot afford, they expect you to show you're successful means you have a Ferrari, mansion, then you're successful. If you're capable to manage it, why not? You can have both. But if you can't, go according to your inner voice, according to your heart, what you really want. Because the physical things, just a thing, is to be used by you, not too much commitment until your life being used to support all your things. Then quality of life is not there. So strike a balance between the material things and also inside your quality. Then you have both. Okay. Any question?
Yes, if you have any questions, to put inside the comment so that I think Dr. Peter Yi can help you to answer. I think so he can tap into his wisdom, his giant thinking system. Because I think most of us, I think our giant thinking system is not working yet. So now is the time for you to ask questions so that you can tap into his wisdom more, and then leverage on his giant to ask, help you to solve, give you some ideas and way to solve your problem. Oh, so Peter, I think just now you mentioned the money cannot take away lah. I think most of us, I think nowadays a lot of people, the money also not enough to use, eh? Not enough to take away. Nothing.
Nowadays, people got a lot of things, but they don't
Mm.
have cash flow. The things,
Ah,
especially property, now how to sell property at good price because market has changed. They committed too
yes.
much property and still paying the installment and rental going down because of competition out there. So doesn't mean they don't have money. They have money, they have asset, they have net worth, but they don't have cash flow. So financial
Mm.
management, the most important thing is cash flow management, not how much
Mm.
thing you have, it's how much cash you have, liquidity, especially
Mm.
during this period of time.
Mm.
Mm.
Yes, I think now I think
Many people
everyone
start
like.
because they don't have cash flow. They got a lot of things, but can't sell. There's no buyer.
Yes, yes. Because you are sell, you also need to fork out money, so then better don't sell because you are not enough cash flow some more.
True.
Right.
So, in conclusion, first, if you don't like your job, you feel pain in the ass all the time, plan forward and change your job according to you still can make money. Doesn't mean cannot. If you're very good in something, you develop your talent over a period of time. Even an artist in the place I stay, he sold one of his art, the most expensive arts, one piece, 1 million. Who say cannot?
Wow.
But it's very special. One Datuk block. So happy feel, if you're using your natural talent, you can make the money. Yeah. If you don't like a job, make a decision, move forward. Okay. Come back now to relationship. There are two kind of relationship here. One is spouse, husband and wife. If you are abused by your husband or wife, uh, really torture like mentally, psychologically, and so on, you also are not happy at all. you also need to make a move to move forward. Do not use your outside in thinking system, the religious or social cultural telling you, oh, marriage must stay until you die. If it is abusive, you improve your quality of life by moving forward. Yeah, job, now relationship. Another one is dealing with emotion. If you're abused child by your parents or relatives during your when you're young, you have no control. Then the memory is in your mind. That also can haunt you, can make you not happy. You need to move forward to the emotion side, meaning that you have to change your thought. You can change your past by changing the thought about the thing. For example, you're abused by your uncle when you're small, physically abused, sexually abused. So whenever you see men, you tends to have that kind of eerie kind of emotion. You can change that. You can change that. You change your own mind. Let the past go. Accept the situation make you feel shame and so on. First thing you have to accept it. It's not your doing. At the same time, the person doing that to you is not right. But understand at that time, they do not know what they're doing. So you need to learn to accept yourself and forgive yourself. At the same time, do the same for the other person. It's over. You have to change the thoughts. If not, that will affect your quality of life. Many people have this experience, either it's abuse or other similar things. And it's very difficult to remove. It takes a long time. Any other question? Now we're talking how to change and elevate your quality of life. Huh? There's so many things need to change from giant thinking perspective. Huh? Because all this inner cannot see. Look outside, all look very beautiful and handsome, but inside a lot of things may make a person cannot enjoy the quality of life. So these are the things you get to know. Past, learn to change the thought about the past. You can change it and move forward. Okay. Leslie, you have something to ask or add on?
I think currently, I think you have touched about change. I think currently changing your thing, I think from inside. So you need to have change from your inside of your thought. Okay. So and then from a more holistic kind of view. So I think the giant thinking system actually help you to think more deeply. Okay, and then give you more insight. And then I think most of us, I think in life, I think we are too busy chasing what the society want us to be or they want us to buy. Okay, I think because now I think we have a lot of marketing gimmicks, a lot of good advertisement. They call, I think in digital marketing we call funnel. So they always play on your emotions, psychological, so that you buy more, more and more. So I think then you get into more and more and more, and then you are stuck into something. I think everyone got something they like, and then they use it. Okay, use it, and then stuck into that. So I think this the giant thinking system actually help you to know what you want. I think it's actually, I think that's why Peter say it's your heart, what you do. So I think a lot of time, I think we see a lot of successful, I think those kind of entrepreneur, they are always say, hey, do what you are passionate about. Okay, but also I think you need to balance up with some reality lah. So how can you use your passion, and then how to create it. And then sometimes I think we need to have a crazy dreams, something, and then also follow your heart. Because I think a lot of successful like Jack Ma, I think have continuous, they have something they want to do. Okay, and then they continuous doing it until one day they are successful. Or I think same with the Apple founder. Okay, so everyone I think have, because at that time no this kind of smartphone. So this kind of things actually is you have a passion, you have a dream, a calling. So which is other people don't understand yet. Okay, understand yet. The world don't understand yet. But you know a calling is inside you. So I think Peter will say this is the giant. I think the inner voice, the things that ask you to do that, and then at that moment maybe you don't have the capability yet, but because of that dream, because of that voice, you are used working toward it. Okay, looking toward it, and then you're finding different way to create it. Okay, I think just like I think Corinne, I have created her card. I think at first she just have a thought of she just want to have a card that can cater for the mass market and then also niche, and then something like that, and then also help her to solve her problem, how to sell property using the card or communicate with that. So I think this is some calling, a kind of heart, those kind of things, a guidance by our giant thinking system that guide us to go there. Okay, that we can create something special and unique at the same time, that can help us to improve our quality of life. So I think this is something is very important. So I think we have already touched on change. Okay, touch on change, on how to change our quality of life. Then next, how can we elevate it? So this I pass back to the question to Peter. So already changed already. So but change is still starting lah, starting to change. Everything starting to run, but it's still not up to those kind of comfortable, because I think you're still starting and then changing to another things. So how can you elaborate? I think so. Go to since we change to a better one, also stress really better already, but it's still not there yet. How can you improve further, elevate further? Oh, Peter, pass to you.
Yes, actually, a very good question. You see, we are talking about giant thinking system or superconscious mind. Okay, inside that mind works on inner voice or inside out. Uh, is invisible, illogical type, but it's creative. That's why we have ISM, which is creative. We have TSM, which is very wise, and we have SSM, which is very, very powerful. Okay, we use the giants from inside out to help us to elevate the quality of life, because due to the power, the degree of processing speed, the logical mind outside in processing with 10, the other one can go 100 or 1,000. So it's much powerful, much more holistic in thinking. Like the logical mind outside in, maybe can process part by part. Finance, family. They cannot do everything together. But in real life, everything happen together. So giant thinking system is the only way to go. Means that from inside out, you not only have the material thing you want, family and so on, it can integrate such a way that it please everything. You can go creative in financial up and down like that. Once you activate the giant, you will know when to buy, when to sell. Even property, you will not get stuck. Many people got stuck because of greediness. Logical thinking along outside in, knowledge base or the information base, always get stuck because they always buy the highest and then force out in the lowest repeatedly. They work very hard and money just don't have the money somehow. So using giant machine system is an effortless method from inside out. It guide you how to do the right thing at the right time. That is a difference. That's why we call elevate to another level, means that you learn the giant thinking system. Once that system is fully developed, you will notice that your life suddenly change. Your quality of life change. You become happier. You do what you want to do. No longer you force yourself to do just to please someone, to show neighbor your big car. For what? Big car, whatever. I have many in the past, only happy for 1 or 2 weeks. After that, after that, pay installment continually, and not enough. After 5, 7 years, what happened to the car? I bought few 100,000. Now only 50, 60,000 left. Where did money go? So Things like that is the poor financial management usually. You don't have to work that hard in order to enjoy the life. Things is to be used by you, but not the other way around. Don't care what other people think about you. That is their business. You are only responsible for your own well-being. Other people, whatever they say, it's up to them. They can say anything anyway. So what you are only responsible for your own self, your life, your family. Other than that, even political changes and so on, it's nothing to do with you. You know it is enough. You have no control. You can't do anything, but just adapt to the changes now. Because every crisis come along with opportunity. Using giant thing is just listen to what you need to do. What opportunity is it? How to capture it, and what are the threats at the same time to avoid. Okay, any question?
No question as usual. So any questions? So do remember to ask any questions. So if you have any question, I think
Please ask question.
yes,
Ah,
give Peter some tough questions.
give
So
me some encouragement.
okay, because always I give the question and Peter think oh always give me hard question.
Your
So
question is a
and
very good question, but
ah
I don't know whether the audience can understand your question or not because it's inside out. It's invisible one. We say, but they have to go through a period of time to learn to activate because inside our system, the giant thinking system can be activated, awaken, activate, and cultivate to make it strong over time. So that system is very useful. That's what
okay,
we are talking about. Yes.
I think something like I think currently I think we are in a new era. So actually, especially I think a lot of I've mentioned before that I think a lot of our old experience are no longer valid lah, because I think due to the COVID. So due to the COVID, then we are really need to change the way how we think. Okay, how we think. I think also I think because of the COVID, I think we started the Facebook Live. I think since I think the first MCO. So it's actually it's the timing that actually now is accelerating. Okay, so how can we change the way we use our mind, because our mind is very powerful kind of things, but at the same time we don't know how to use. I think except I think those spiritual gurus or those they learn about the mind and how to tap into it, and then we have some very special like Einstein and those kind of super intelligent people. So as a normal user, how can we use it and then also make our life better? So I think as just Peter mentioned, I think we need to have some wisdom on managing our finance. Okay, so because Peter said, I think it's never, I think everything, I think we still need to pay for the bank. So actually I think I have one saying, actually I think we are the house belong to the bank. I think at the same time everyone is working for the bank. So only you are on different job lah. So I think it depends on how long you want to work for a bank. But I think for those who are with wisdom and then more higher thinking, actually they are leveraging on the bank side to work for them. Okay, to work for them. So it's a different kind. You are working, either you're working with the bank or you are leveraging the bank so that the money work for you, and then actually you will still follow for the bank, but the money actually generate enough positive cash flow to cover the installment and then everything. So it's another way. Same thing, still from the bank, but one is working for the bank, one is let the bank work for you. Okay, so when you are having these kind of things, I think this you need to achieve this. You need to have not only the financial knowledge but also the wisdom, because I think a lot of people have the financial knowledge. They went for the MBA, financial. I think everything, but I think the life still not that complete. So that's why I think Peter have I think we have started with our human thinking system training. Okay, so we have the thing in the link there. Okay, so on the screen, which is https link to it slash hts. So we're going, I think I've invited Peter to share with us on another more in-depth talk. Okay, so I think he will have more systemized. How can you I let him know like what is inside there on that, and how can you start to know about your mind, okay, how mind, and then how can you start to slowly awaken. Because I think we are trained logically, we are using a way of training, okay, which is trained like Peter said as a employee or a follower, okay, not as a leader or not as a things, because I think the society needs a lot of follower rather than people that don't follow orders, okay. So you can see a lot of countries is doing that. So now, because of freedom and then internet, now we have the chance to have the freedom to explore another way of using our mind so that it can create a better life for ourselves, our family members, even our communities and the world. So I think this is something you need to tap into these opportunities to learn. Okay, so do join our WhatsApp group. Okay, so we are planning. We haven't decided the date yet. So but you can join in. Okay, so to be inside the group so that later we can announce when is the sharing, okay, of the talk. Okay, it's a free sharing. Okay, that by Peter, more structure. I think maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hour, kind of things. On maybe on a Thursday or Friday night. I think most probably Friday night for that. Okay, so do join in. Okay, and learn about this because at this moment I think we need to know how to use our mind to help us to go through the challenging life, okay, challenging of COVID-19 and also our challenging business, challenging of a lot of challenge now. So it's definitely something you don't want to miss. Okay, so we have some question here by Chelsea G. Okay, hi, Dr. Peter. Is there a specific method to activate? Yeah,
Okay,
this.
SG, your question a very good question, but very difficult to answer. Ah,
Join,
Spec-
join. I didn't
people want
join the session.
you want to know more, you just click the link to WhatsApp group. I will explain a little bit more there. Activate your
Ah,
super conscious mind or a system that has to be practiced daily. Not only practice daily, Jesse, it becomes a second nature. People still using the logical mind thinking because logical mind thinking knowledge base outside in is much lower. If you are here, when they think also you know what they're thinking, but they do not know what you are thinking. The logical thinking got some element measured by intelligence, some more efficient is called more intelligent than IQ. The other one, the giant thinking system, is not based on intelligence, no. It's beyond intelligence. It's based on wisdom. So how to explain wisdom? Wisdom is something you do, other people do not know it. So go and figure out. So uh, there is some specific methods, but we can't explain in a short period of time here. There's a process to go through. And everybody from our experience for the first group, we have 20 over students, first group, only one or two is still inside activated, but outside not yet, still cannot link. The other all activated from my observation. So the success is very, very high. That means giant thinking system can be activated. My giant thinking system also learned giant thinking system. I was a very logical person, knowledge based, knowledge made my very high ego, egoistic mind. During my learning, I was tortured by my CEO to tone down my ego because who are you to teach me? I am somebody. But all the thing he taught us, I really can understand what he's talking. So I can understand you. Want a quick answer, uh, but there is a process to go through. The process something like this. First, we need to awaken first to awaken a giant. Second, to activate it by application and usage. And then thereafter, we still need to use energy method to cultivate it, make it stronger. And then it becomes your second nature. People using intelligent method, you use wisdom method. It's a world of different. Is there a class thing? Yes, we have classes. If you want to know more about classes and so on, you can join our WhatsApp group. We will explain you more. there. Okay, any other question? If not, I summarize. It's about, what is the time now?
9:55.
9:55, about 10 now. We'll close at about 10 now. Okay, summarize. Giant thinking system is something like this. It's called superconscious mind or unconscious mind. When you use that mind to think, you do not know what you're thinking, but the inner voice, the answer from inside out. You can hear your own voice. Very soft, we call whispering voice. The logical thinking, trained logical thinking, we call it is a fake mind. Why? You think that is you, an accountant. Actually, you're more than accountant. You go and study another degree, you become another person. How can it be? It's a fake mind. That's why you call it false mind. Many people using that mind to logically argue very unreasonable. They are being used by that mind. That's why they suffer so much. Dealing with their own self, dealing with other people, using that, they become something like suckers. Only thing what I can get, take, no give. So that is intelligent by number, quantity. So very egoistic. People don't like this kind of person. They are trying to avoid. These are the some characteristic. But when you shift to wisdom mind, it's different. There are two ways, give and take. It's a flow, two ways. You feel the person using superconscious mind or giant thinking system, that person more like human being. Using logical mind alone, knowledge base, is more like a robot. A robot or a computer can think based on the information, learn. Without information, they cannot really. Why? How? But once you shift to the giant thinking system, there is no such thing how and why. The how and why, the answer just come out like that. Of course, that giant thinking system needs some time. All of us has the system, but only thing we forgot how to use it. Only need to restore it back. All our systems are the same. We already forgot how to use it for many years, for generation. That's why now is the time. With the technology advances in technology, internet, robotic, and technology, and so on, they will be more powerful than your logical mind by hundreds or thousand times in the future. AI and so on, they will take over the analysis of that. They are much better. So who are you then? So that is the best time for you to learn the giant thinking system or superconscious mind, so much so that you're beyond the robotic. That part robot cannot do. Only human being can do. Human being got heart, emotion, and robot don't care. The giant thinking system utilize the heart mind integrated thinking system. They have to together. Heart cannot think or feeling, but with the heart and so on, the mind, it form a different system. We got TSM. There's several systems inside. We call different giants, different power, different function. Okay. Any question? You can ask the question, no? Any question?
Yes. Any question now before we end tonight's session? Because I think this is do join our free talk. Okay, and then we're going to have a more in-depth kind of sharing by Dr. Peter E. Because I think normal at our Facebook Live, I think we don't have enough time to share with you more systematically. So this is a free talk. So you just join in so that then we'll let you know when the event going to happen. So maybe in our next few weeks time. So do join in and learn more about it, because I think at this era, I think we need to know how to use our mind better, because I think our education is failing us. Okay, and that AI is catching up. Okay, AI is becoming better and better. So what are we, as Dr. Peter Yi say, in the future? So now is something you need to know, learn, okay, to help yourself, and then also prepare your children, okay, not only for yourself, children, and then how you know, after you know, then only you can educate them. So because I think this is something of a more advanced kind of mental power, okay, and then which is now we can shift to a higher gear faster, okay. So because recently I think you just know how to use your, just like driving, you just know how to use the normal first gear, second gear, but you don't know how to go to high speed gear, so you are limited yourself at certain level. So now when you know how to use your giant thinking system, or your super conscious mind, then you can really achieve more, okay, achieve more by using this. I think we and Peter have learned, pay a lot to learn about it, and then also we also simplify it so that you can uh, go through a systematic way, okay, to learn, experience, and then activate it, and then become part of your life, okay, that can help you in your coming life. So, anything to add for you, Peter, before we end tonight's
Uh,
session?
yes, Chelsea, if you want to know more, you just click the WhatsApp link. Over there, we'll inform you another briefing how the subconscious mind works. Okay, it's 10 o'clock already, Leslie. Maybe we can one round what you feel like saying, and then we close tonight. Leslie,
Yes, I
what you
think. Okay, I feel like saying, because I think like because I think we can see on our country, and then other countries are facing a lot of problem. So if I think starting from ourselves, I think we can't change the environment, but I think every small change starts from ourselves. Okay, so when we are starting to change, then we can change a lot of things. So I think by learning the human thinking system, the giant thinking system, the superconscious mind, actually is a start for us to change, and then we know how to influence more people to create a better community, better society, better life for our future. Because I think a lot of things we can't control, but I think one thing we want to leave a better things for our next generation, our children, our friends, okay, so that they can have more things to look into, or rather than a more bad, okay, more bad things. So what can we do? Okay, what can we do? I think we can do by changing ourselves, but how is by learning the superconscious mind, the giant thinking system. So start with us, then you can teach to your children, okay, and then teach to your friends and influence them, okay. By that, slowly, I think we're starting here. We will start a small community that change, then this thing can spread. Then more people will know how to use their wisdom. Then one day we have a leader that know how to use our mind to help our country, our nation, our society to be a better place for everyone. That's what I feel like saying. Pass back to you, Peter.
Okay, thank you. In summary, what I feel like saying is, uh, design thinking system is something new. Not many people know how to teach. I also take a long time to learn, and I summarize it in a very systematic way. And I already tried in the first round. It works. Okay, all of you can activate your giant thinking system. Uh, Once activated, you apply your life, you will definitely change and elevate your quality of life. We're not talking about standard of living. We're talking about quality of life. You'll be happier, things become smoother. Whatever you want to do, you can achieve it uh, by certain way. The method, certain way means that you have a goal, and the method strategy will come by itself, ongoing through your giant thinking system. Uh, Life become better quality lah. That is most important thing. Living because our life is limited.
Effortless, effortless, less effortless.
Yes, limited life. So how in this limited life you can live that it's a journey. It's not destination. Destination is a date. Okay. We're talking about the life. It's a journey of life. During that journey, you feel good. Okay, happy. At the same time, you become a unique you, become you know who you are, and then bring it out something that you can contribute to the world. The world becomes something. You become something, somebody. Uh, that is really you, not what is a fake you now. It's a learned one. You think you see you is your name or your knowledge. It's not you. Your real you is actually from inside out. So once you know your natural things, you can do a lot of wonders, and the journey will be much much happier, and you become more significant and unique. That's why it feels like saying. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, thank you, Salima. Thank you for joining us. I think do stay tuned for our next session for next week. So I think definitely say auto mode is the aim to balance mind. Yes, I think when you are know how to use the giant thinking system, the super conscious mind in auto mode. Okay, this means I think we already learn. I think just like I think a baby learn how to walk, how to crawl slowly, and then you can run. So just become a so natural. So I think then you know how to live a better life. So thank you everyone. Stay tuned for next week. Weekly Facebook Live. Okay, do remember to join the Human Thinking System Free Talk WhatsApp group. Okay, do join in. And then we'll let you know when's the session. Do invite your friend. Do send the link with your friend so that they can know how to uh, how to learn about this. Because I think we need more people to join us so that they know what we are talking. Okay, because I think this is something so we have a better community, better people in our society, so that we are have a better life, okay, have better join the things, okay. Do invite your friends to share the link with your friends so that we have more people joining us. Okay, thank you for your time and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.